Hello everyone. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about Trigger and Julian. Yeah, Trigger and Julian are here in the second phase, and we will talk about who should you get for your account. So right now, there's second phase going on in the 1.6 of Zenless Zone Zero. So who should you pull, Trigger or Julian? We will talk about that. So if you're new to the channel and you just found me on YouTube, what are you waiting for? Subscribe the channel, like the video, share it out with your friends and family, and let's get started. Let's dive in. All right, let's talk about Trigger. One of Trigger is an electric stunner in Zenless Zone Zero. We already have an electric stunner, which is Chingy, and she is the second electric stunner. What makes Trigger very unique that she gives buffs to DPSs. Not only just gives buffs, she also is a great stunner, off-field stunner, who can also dish out some lot of amount of damage. And she's insane with Silver Soldier RP. Even if you don't have Silver Soldier RP, you can use her with any teams. Even though she won't, she just, if you have her W engine, the 25% of the defense threat that you get from the her signature W engine will definitely give you a lot of amount of buff to your DPSs, and it will give you a slight, not like a big advantage in the battlefield. So if you do have her signature W engine, it's gonna be great for your DPS characters. But yeah, like I said, Trigger. One of the strengths that Trigger has is she can deal long range days with her sniping ability, and she can use aftershock to stun enemies off field, and she can also do stun damage multiplier. Her stun damage multiplier is constantly up even if the enemy isn't stunned. And yeah, that's what makes Trigger very unique, Trigger, one of the weaknesses that Trigger has is that she needs a signature weapon, guys. She really needs a signature weapon. If you want to take full advantage of her kit, she just really need a signature weapon. I don't have her signature weapon. I'm trying my best to get her. If I don't get it, I probably save my PT for her next return and try to get her W engine. But yeah, her W engine does make a difference. I can tell you that for a fact. I don't have it, but if any of you guys have it, then you are good for quite a while now. You are good for a long term. Okay. Her damage is much weaker than any other S rank agents. That's one of the things that's weaknesses she has. But apart from that, we look at the positive side. The positive side is that she is incredible electric stunner who you can pair up with anybody. It's not like uh, basically you just pair her with anybody. All right. If you have the W engine, you can pair her with. If you don't have Silver Soldier on B, and let's say you have Trigger and her W engine, that 25% defense shred is really going to help out your DPS, like I said it earlier. So it will be worth your investment for Trigger. Trigger will be worth investment for your account if you have both her and her W engine. But let's just say if you don't have a W engine, you have Silver Soldier on B, then I think you can definitely use her with only Silver Soldier on B. Of course, you can use her with other teams as well, but she really shines with Silver Soldier on B. But like I said, if you have W engine, you can just she works great with other DPS because of that passive of the 25% defense rate. So yeah, uh, she's really worth unit pulling for. If you already have Chingy, then I would definitely recommend Trigger. But if you don't want to pull Chingy, if you don't want to pull Trigger, then I would still think she's worth pulling for your account. If you already have Chingy, then she's still worth it. She's still worth it because she just provides a lot of valuable in she's a very powerful stunner, and you cannot that you can't deny that, and she's just incredible. and I really think she's worth pulling for, even if you already have a Chingy. I still think Trigger is worth the investment for your account. So yeah, now we're gonna talk about Julian. All right, we're gonna talk about Julian. So let's talk about Julian. All right. Uh, One of the strengths Julian has is her basic attack. Her basic attacks are ranged and make her evasive. She can deal a lot of damage, especially on stunned enemies. So she's very easy to learn and has a very free to play friendly teams. So you really don't need Zuyan premium team. Zuyan can work with anybody. Like you can work with her with Nicole. You can work with mostly free to play teams. You can work with her. And I think, Zuyan is very free to play friendly. If you do get her, you really don't need to get her signature W engine. But yeah, she's very free to play friendly. You can work her. Like I said, let me show you my Zuyan. You can use any free to play W engines like this ones. I already have Starlight engine. It's very good on Julian, and she does a lot of damage with that as well. If you have a S5 of it, so yeah, Julian is a very free to play friendly, and you can. She works really well with Astrayo. I have noticed that. Astrayo, she synergizes really well with Astrayo, and she works really well with Chingy as well because of the stun multiplier. She can get advantage of that. She works really well with Chingy. If you have Chingy, then Julian is gonna shine a lot. I haven't tested Zuyan with Trigger. We'll definitely do that. But I think Zuyan still works really great with Trigger as well. Even though I think if you have the W engine, she will work because of the defense threat. So yeah, I think Julian is pretty good even at this till this day. I think Julian is a great ether DPS damage dealer, and you can't go wrong with Julian. But we're also going to get another new ether DPS. I will see. I think in the next 1.7 patch. So do look out for that. So I would probably advise you to wait till 1.7 live stream and then make up your mind whether you want to get Julian or not, because the next upcoming ether character we are going to get, we are not sure that if she's going to be a ether stunner or ether DPS, because we already got an ether support character which is Astraya. All right, we already have Astraya. Let's say we already have Astraya. Okay, we have she can buff the team, entire team. She can heal. We don't have an ether stunner, so the next ether stunner we're most likely going to get next patch. So I would suggest you not to pull on Julian yet. I will suggest you to like wait till 1.7 ZZZ live stream and then make up your mind whether you want to get Zuyan or not. Because if you pull Zuyan right now, you might regret it later down the line. So I would highly advise you to wait and then make up your decision whether you want to get Zuyan or not. But yeah, Zuyan, if you do end up getting Zuyan, I still think she is great. But like I said, depending on which character we are going to get, if it's either DPS, we are going. If we get another ether DPS next patch, then we can probably skip Zuyan. If we do end up getting a ether stunner, then I think you can go full Julian without any worry. Okay, so it really comes down to what we are gonna get in the next patch, ether stunner or ether DPS. So it really comes down to that. So yeah, I would highly suggest you to wait. And yeah, like I said, Trigger. If you now most people have a lot of a question that I have seen very common in the community is Trigger works with Harumasa? Yes, Trigger does works with Harumasa, even though her Trigger requires a lot of on-field time than Chingy, but I still think she works really great with Harumasa because of the W engine. Like I mentioned earlier, this W engine is definitely because of this. As you can see in here, the 25% defense reduce for 5 seconds, that will actually help a lot um, to it will like give a lot of advantage to your DPS like Harumasa's and any DPS you use with trigger. So like I said, it really comes down to whether you have W engine or not. If you don't have W engine, you can still make it work, but it won't be that impressive like with a W engine. So keep that in mind. But let's say you don't have Chingy and you want a stunner. I think you can't go wrong with trigger. Definitely, if you already have Chingy, you can skip trigger. Trigger is not a must pull for you, but I still think if you, even if you have Chingy, you can't go wrong with trigger. I think she's still worth pulling for, but her pull value is gets lower if you have Chingy. But if you don't have Chingy, then her pull value is very higher. You really need a stunner. Okay, so do keep that in mind. Um, and now we're gonna talk about Juyan. Juyan, I would suggest you to wait till 1.7 GZ livestream and then make up your mind. If we do end up getting an Ether's support character, Ether a support character who can buff, who can work with Juyan, then you can definitely pull Juyan. But we're most likely going to get Ether Anomaly, so I don't think Ether Anomaly is going to work out with Juyan. Ether support Anomaly, I don't remember her name, but I think I'm pretty sure she's going to come in the next patch. So she might not work with Juyan. So yeah, man, it really comes down to what you want to bet. Like at the end of the day, I still think Juyan still kicks a punch, but it really comes down to you whether you have Ether, it really comes down to whether you like attacker or anomaly. If you like playing with anomaly DPSs, then you can go with that character. That next we're gonna get next patch, or you can, if you like playing with attack, I think you can't go wrong with Juyan. So Juyan, I mean, she still is great. If you have Astrayao, Juyan is worth pulling for because, like I said, she works synergized really well with Astrayao. If you're lacking on an Ether DPS, I think Juyan won't disappoint you. I can guarantee you that because Juyan is just an amazing DPS character. She won't disappoint you. I can guarantee you that. So if you, I would say you can go with Juyan if you're lacking on an Ether DPS. Definitely go with Juyan. But yeah, yeah. Definitely go if you lacking. If you already have Juyan, then you don't need to pull, like I said. And yeah, so that's would be for the video, guys. Trigger and Juyan. Good luck, all the Trigger and Juyan waters. Hope you get them. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.